Welcome to step 2 of the bar inventory program, talking about portion size. This kind of piggybacks on glassware. So we talked about the size of glassware, now we're going to talk about how much to put in them. I notice about half the bars I go into, I'll ask the owner what their portion size is, and they kind of fumble about and try to make something up, but I can tell right off the bat if they know what their portion size is. The managers usually know a little bit better, but the owners sometimes are clueless, so you need to have portion size set. Some places don't even have them set, they just let the bartenders go. You might as well just go out of business right now and forget about it. So it's really important in your kitchen as well. So this is a beverage program, but when I go into places, I help them in their kitchen as well. It's even more important. A lot of restaurants are 70% food and 30% alcohol. If you're serving a ton of food, you should have a system in your kitchen for portioning. So put stuff in the baggies to pre-make it, and then they can just dump the baggie out when they're making dishes. Get utensils and equipment that are the right portion. So get ladles, the amount they're supposed to put in the soup bowl, measure by the cup, by the half cup. Give them the tools and the utensils so they can measure an exact amount, and you're not wasting food. That's one of the biggest things you can do is waste food, especially on perishables, but if they don't have the right portion size, you're gonna waste a lot of money there. So coming back to the bar, the same thing is gonna happen if you don't have a set portion size. So here's my portion sizes that I recommend. You can do whatever you want, of course, but make sure that if you're pouring more than I say, that your prices reflect the correct pour cost percentage. You need to item cost everything and make sure that your pour cost percentage is still okay. So 4 shots, 1.5 ounces. If you have glasses, that's easy. Same thing with Jack and Cokes, vodka sodas, anything like that, mixed drinks, 1.5 ounces. If you're pouring like neat, I still suggest 1.5 ounces. Those usually go in rock glasses. If you want to pour 2 ounces, do a $2 upcharge. Kind of takes care of that. Wine, 6 ounce pours. Once again, if you have giant wine glasses and you're pouring 6 ounces, it's going to be hard to make your guests happy. Ports, usually around 3 ounces. Martinis are the best deal in the house. So we're going to talk about that in a second. What was I missing? Draft beer. Draft beer, that's a bonehead thing. So, all right, if you can't get draft beer right, you're screwed. Pour to the top of whatever size glass you're using. That's an easy one. So now we come to martinis. If you want to go out and get the best deal possible when you go out to a bar, order a martini. You know, AKA get drunk for the least amount of money, order a martini. Martinis, I would say the average martini pour in America is probably about 3.5 ounces, maybe 4 ounces, because they feel like they need to fill them to the top, and some of the martini glasses are like this, and they're walking around, and one of the corporate places I helped had this, and they would walk it and it would almost be spilling, and I swear to God there was 8 ounces of liquor in there. So we want to make sure our martini glasses are not too big, and I'm going to show you the martini trick I do at bar trainings. I show the managers and the bartenders this. So once you look at this martini glass, I want you to see what the level is from the top there. That's about how a martini glass should be filled. And we'll get people bitching and complaining like, oh, fill it to the top, it's not full, you guys are cheapskates. Then what I'll do is I'll pull out the shot glasses and I'll pour all this into shot glasses. It fills like 3.5, 4 shot glasses. But of course this is diluted. And so my martini portion suggestion is 2.5 ounces. And I guarantee that all the bars are pouring at least 3. But make sure your bartenders fill the shaker up with ice, pour the liquor in there. Nothing melts ice faster than liquor. So pour it in there, it's gonna dilute it, shake it up. By the time you put the onion and the olive in there, it's gonna, displacement's gonna fill it up and it'll be just fine. So this is what I do. This is my martini experiment. When I go into bars, you see this level, about how much is in there. It's about 1 inch. I'm gonna grab some saran wrap here. And we're going to saran wrap the top of this. And we're gonna put a nice seal on here. Then we're going to turn it upside down. And you can see on the bottom of the wine glass, the martini glass, is about 1 inch, about the same amount. That means this amount from there to there that they want filled is 1 martini. We've already poured them a martini. Now they want you to fill it to the top and pour them a double. And I see it happen all the time. Bartenders do. They fill it to the top. Now you have a giant martini, you're losing a ton of money. Like I said, you want to go out to a bar and get wasted for the least amount of money, order a martini because they're filling them up to the top. So that's portion size. I want to talk really quick now about free pouring or jiggers.